Okay, Jay, this is usually when I'd ask you to say and spell your name for the camera, but I think we can skip that.
All right.
So you're here in Spokane, and have you been in this part before?
I have, yeah. I've been in Spokane a couple of times. First time here, but actually, I do about 160 dates a year, so I'm kind of everywhere all the time.
So you're 160 days a year. You're still going out there and doing stand-up?
Yeah, 3 days a week. I mean, I used to do 5 days a week before I had the show, but now I do 3 days a week. Yeah.
Like from 20 years ago to like today, has your style changed at all?
Well, I think it changes as you get older, and obviously, you don't talk about pickup girls and things like that anymore because I'm married. I cannot do those kind of jokes, but I don't know if it changes. Maybe matures would probably be the way. I always liked being a stand-up comedian who had a talk show, as opposed to a talk show host who goes out and does comedy. So, I mean, as a comedian before I had the Tonight Show, and then after I leave the Tonight Show, I'll continue to be a comedian. So, I mean, that was a great thing in the middle. But stand-up is what I like to do. It's the most fun.
Yeah, well, and you were supposed to be here, and you had to reschedule because we had like 17 inches of snow.
Yeah, we got in the air and we couldn't land. Then we were going to go to Boise or somewhere, but then they said, well, it'll take you like 4 hours with the snow. Right. And then I called here, and they said, well, nobody can get here anyway, so we rescheduled. So I apologize to anybody that but I think it worked out okay, I think.
Yeah, and the weather's much nicer now.
Exactly.
It's a beautiful day.
Exactly.
And, yeah, we refer to that event this last winter as Snowpocalypse.
Yeah.
We ended up with something like 32 inches of snow, and we were digging out for quite a while here. And Gabe and I were out risking our lives shooting a video of cars sliding in the thing.
Because no one's ever seen that.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Shoot everything that moves. So thank you very much for coming back.
Sure.
And you stopped by and you saw the troops.
Yeah, that was fun. We went to the base and shook some hands and met a bunch of soldiers and stuff, Air Force people. So that was great.
Is that something you do everywhere you go? Or?
Well, we try to do it when you can. I mean, if there's a base nearby, and we do some stuff for we've been to overseas and Aviano Air Force Base and Desert. We've been doing it actually since Desert Storm. So it's fun to do.
Great, yeah.
And they're great audiences.
Yeah, I'm sure they really appreciate it too.
Like even the dumbest jokes. They're so starved and they're going, it's like the greatest audience I've ever had.
I want to talk to you a little bit about my wife told me to bring this up.
All right.
And she was watching The Simpsons a couple days ago with the commentary Last Temptation of Christ.
Yeah.
And you were on there, and she said your commentary was great. She loved it.
Oh, well, thank you.
Just wanted me to tell you that. And that got my mind rolling. You've been doing a lot of voiceover work for cartoons and animated features.
Yeah, I like doing cartoon work because you don't have to dress up, you don't have to. Nobody has to fix your hair, you don't have to do makeup. Kind of like this interview. And so yeah, I love doing those. Those are great fun.
Yeah, stuff I can watch with my daughter. Fast Eddie,
exactly.
And
I do that
Meltdown
Chin thing, and I was in Ice Age 2.
Yeah.
I got a few more.
Robots.
Weren't
you a fire hydrant robot?
I guess so. I'm not sure.
You got Igor coming out. You're playing the King.
Oh, that's right. I'm playing the King of Igor. You do these cartoon things, and it takes them 3 years to write the cartoon, to draw the cartoon. And then you've completely forgotten that you've done it,
And you don't meet any of the other stars while you're doing it? You don't get to play
I
off
usually run into them on the show, but no, you go into a room by yourself, you put headphones on, and either sometimes the other person will have already taped it, or you do yours first. So.
Yeah, and well, can you tell us anything about? That's the first I heard about this Igor.
I don't remember anything about the Igor thing. I mean, I did it like 3 years ago, and I've done like 80 million cartoons since then. So no, I'm sorry.
How did you get into the voiceover stuff?
They just called me up. It was one of those deals. If you're on TV a lot and you have an unusual voice, or maybe a distinctive voice, or a regional accent or something, like Larry the Cable Guy, he was in the Cars movie,
right?
Because he sounds like a tow truck guy.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what happens.
Okay. And you going to continue doing that, or more maybe on screen?
I hope so. If they ask me, I don't have an agent for that, and I'm not looking for that. But people go, "Oh, that's a voice." I think it probably has to do with the fact when you're on TV every night, people kind of know your voice. So if there's a voiceover thing, there's some subliminal thing that sounds familiar, and then people feel comfortable, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I guess when you were starting out, I guess I don't know if you were just starting out, but I remember seeing you on Laverne and Shirley when I was a kid.
Yeah, I was on Laverne and Shirley, but that would have been when you were a kid. That's right. I did an Alice. I did Good Times.
Right, and you were doing a lot. Are you going to get into any more on-screen acting? You think?
I hope not.
When you usually play yourself,
you know, sitting in a trailer and talk with actors about pyramid power gets real annoying. So no, I can't say. Let's hope I'm not reduced to doing acting jobs.
Okay. Well, I just have to say this is the most surreal experience of my life, and I'm sitting here.
Well, apparently you have not much of a life.
Interviewing you, and I see you every night.
Well, thanks. I appreciate
interviewing other celebrities. I remember watching. I used to watch Johnny, and I watched The Changeover, and I thought you've just been doing a great job.
Well, thanks a lot. I appreciate that.
All right.
Keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah. Thank you for coming to Spokane.
Thanks.
All right.
Thanks, you guys.